down so I can at least properly.
So you are a nation builder here.
No, you know me. We are always ready to serve.
You're serving.
You have to serve, coach. I think I'm just gonna start it on a very light note. It's unbelievable, coach?
You're bringing me back.
I mean, come on. Such a big occasion, coach. You must have thought about it for a long time. It's different when you've been told that it's going to be conferred. It's different when everyone is congratulating you, but when you get on that podium, when the chancellor, with the who, can you just describe the moment for us and how it made you feel?
Well, you get humbled. It's reality. As you say, it's different from being told than be on the podium. We are ordinary people. We come from football, and when the academics acknowledges and appreciates us, you feel like, is it really happening or what? Because we are. I saw Rassi Rasmus' interview. He got so emotional, and I understand where he comes from, where he says that we are just sports people, and then the academic sides brings us in and acknowledges us. It's a humbling feeling, I always have seen Dr. Koza, Dr. Oliphant, and Dr. Denny Jordan, but when it happens to you, you ask yourself can football change our lives? Can football change the narrative? And football has changed the narrative. As I said, that it has made us meet, encounter all the lineup that I was talking about, that you never thought that one day from South Africa you could be interacting with names like that. But in reality, there's Aliou Cisse is here, Florent is here. These are guys who have won trophies in CAF, and they acknowledge me here. I'm humbled.
Dr. Pitso, you mentioned Rassi Rasmus. There's also Desiree Edistas here as well, who got recognized as a doctor. Surely it says something about the role of sport in building South Africa that I think everyone wants to eventually see.
I think Nelson Mandela had a quote also on sports. He's a nation builder. If you want a country to be together, bring football, bring sports. And everywhere I've been, it's either politics, religion, and sports, but mostly football, of course. What can you say when you just get acknowledged and humbled by University of Johannesburg, the #1 university in the country and Continental? It's not me who's saying that. They said it, and it's a fact.
Coach, when I see some sports leaders like Nomsa Mahlangu at this institution, I was talking to someone very close to you, Brother Mike and Dombela. He was talking about the importance of these institutions recognizing the contribution of people in football like yourself, and it also talks to the leadership inside this institution, like
as I said, I would like to do more with this institution, and I think we all have seen on the football side, mostly on the football side, I think Wits was leading many years until there's no longer Bidvest Wits, but the sports has been there. I think we've seen with Tux, they still have a team. They were in the Premier League, and one of the things that I would like to contribute to the university is bringing UJ to the right level. And we were talking with the dean to say we need to find something that we could do together, And it's not only about playing football. It's also the coach education. We need that, and we need to draw a lot of students from the high schools to come to the institution and have a career. You know how, I mean, if you look at the universities in America, most of them, yeah, there are a few that are academic, but most of the universities like the Duke and all these universities, that's where everybody goes, because Michael Jordan was there, because all the NBA stars, they come from the universities, and the drafts come from the universities, and you get well-rounded athletes who even know how to manage their affairs, and you are a star and you're a graduate. Like locally we can talk about Pesitau, Tifo Mashamaite, and this is what we can get out of our players, because we belong to the society, and we need to inspire leaders. We need to inspire children, not only to say I've played and then after the game then we have trouble. Guys have a lot of trouble, face a lot of trouble after the matches, after their careers. So here are the institutions that we can even bring the football players into this institution to study management, so that when they go to clubs, they don't say, hey, I was playing here, do you remember me? They must say that I have a qualification in management, I have qualifications in finance, in marketing, even though we played. So I think that's another angle that I think I should try and contribute to our local players, to say, hey, but let's look at the other side. You can do some courses. I mean, I was doing a certificate, not even a diploma. I was doing a certificate here, and then I went to the diploma. But look what has happened, and it has helped me with human movement studies to train the players. You don't just tell the players to run. You must know what happens on the body when the players are running. So you must know how to avoid injuries. You must know how to make a player quick and fast. You don't just copy and paste how you were trained and then you do that. So that has been an integral part of my football. I got the education here so that I can understand when the doctor says we have, for example, stage 1 on ligaments. I know what is stage 1. It's three weeks minimum. So we need to learn and get the information from the academic side, and then we put it into football, because you're dealing with the body.
Coach, sorry, can we just
substitute?
Because
if your biceps are gone,
no, they are gone. Unless if I'm standing. If I can stand, can I stand here? This is better.
Yeah. You were saying something.
You speak quite extensively about going abroad and forging a path where there's no path, creating a path for those of you to follow. Obviously, along those paths, there's a lot of challenges. Does a moment like today justify those challenges, you having gone through unknown terrain, to map a way for those ones who are coming behind you?
Look, there's always challenges wherever you go, whatever you do, and there are guys, anything that you do or that has been done, somebody must start. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and if you want to mention people like Fadlu and them, look where they are now. Look where they started, creating, finding the path, and the guys talk. They do talk. They speak to me, and obviously when they go to those parts of the world, they'll always be asked, "Do you know Pitso?" And they'll always. Now there's trust. There's trust in South African coaches that you can do something. South African coach can win a league in Raja. A South African coach can go to Simba. A South African coach can go to Wydad. So yeah, we need to create paths, but above that, we need to praise the people, because if you don't, you can't lead when you don't praise. Then you are selfish. Then you are jealous. So, and that won't help the nation. You can't build a nation like that. So we need to talk good about them, and we praise them. And I think coaches like Gavin Hunt will also follow. Why not? I mean, the guy has won 4 Premier League titles. Can't he be in that space? So he can be in that space also. Let's explore. You know how much I speak about coaches who come to South Africa. I always speak about coaches who come to South Africa when they don't contribute, that we should know who needs to come here. And look what happens. Even the coach of TS Galaxy finds an opportunity to go in North Africa. They trust the South African product. So, yeah, it's good.
Coach, how humbling is it for you to see a Rulani and a Fadlu, sort of products of yourself, doing so well and coaching now sort of big name teams on the continent?
Yeah, it's now we can talk about it. I've always said it, that we have the product. And I've always said it, that even on the players, we have the product to play in the Middle East. We have products to play with Sadio Mane and them. We have the products. But sometimes I don't like to say much, because when I say much and other people get upset that you want now to take our players and all that. Now everybody's happy now, coaches are leaving. It will come to the players will also follow, and it's good for the country, it's good for, we create space, we create economy, we change people's lives. So you have to go to those, you have to push the boundaries.
Coach, what did it mean to you to have coaching luminaries, your colleagues, Florent, Ali, and Kalusha had less travel, and how did it come about?
Yeah. You know, when you are with Kalusha Bwala, you're with Florent Dibenge, Cisse, it's in South Africa you know much because you guys cover football, but you know a local person doesn't know these people, doesn't know the names, but you don't have to know that. Look who won Confederation Cup, who won the AFCON, who is the Africa Football of the Year. These are the people who are here, but not celebrated in South Africa because I'm still saying we are still learning the continental football, you know. But look what has happened now, you know. Fadlu is will play the Champions League. The TS Galaxy coach will play the Champions League. Rivalry will continue. Him and Rulani rivalry will continue in Casablanca. And if you want to see rivalry, watch Wydad against Raja. That match you must never miss. It's a full match. So let's see the fire. I think the interviews, I can see Rulani is always in the media. I think he's enjoying the space there. He must be very careful of that space. It's a difficult space. It's not an easy space. Trust me, I know it. You need to be scarce from the media there.
Final question, gents. Final question. Yeah?
Have you spoken to him since the appointment?
No, I haven't spoken. I don't need to speak to Rulani now. I'll speak to him later. Let him settle. He just said, you know. And if he needs anything, he knows. We are friends. He can call. You know how I felt when he left. I said my part. I didn't feel good that he's to leave Sundowns, but he leaves for Wydad. Okay, there you are. That's the next biggest club in the continent. Those clubs are top 4 clubs in the continent. You can't ignore them. He will still come here and meet Orlando Pirates, meet Kaizer Chiefs, meet Mamelodi Sundowns. Yeah, he will settle. He needs to be a little bit smart because it's not. The culture is not the same as in South Africa, you know. But he will learn fast. There you have to be a little bit calm. You know, it's different. It's not like here because once you don't do well, it becomes a problem.
Coach, what are you hoping?
Skepe.
Sure.
Last question.
Sure.
Last question,
for the last one.
Last.
Yeah.
What are you hoping moments like this, Coach, will? I mean, I'm sure you still remember your early days. You know that Dr. Evan Koza explained in the awards the other time that you know just trying to just get that it was still a SAFA, I think a D, and you went through all of it.
Yeah, I was in the class with these guys.
Yes.
In the pro license, the first ones. Yeah.
So those just the humble beginnings. For now, when you look back, Coach, what do they say to you? I mean, being fired, finding jobs, parting heads with people. When you look back and you are wearing what you are wearing now, you are referred to as Dr. Mosimane. What do those moments say to you?
It's humbling, Maskep. Look, it means so much to be given a title like this. And you ask yourself that, I mean, I never thought that this can be happening to me. But and you don't apply, and you don't lobby, you are called. You know, it's like with the pro license. We did not apply. We are called to come and do pro license. They choose the coaches. So you get humbled, and it's a feeling that, you know, at home, my wife's got two degrees, my daughter's got 2 degrees, my son is at UCT, is about to finish, and they were always saying to me, hey, you're the only one without a degree here. So I can say to them jokingly, look at me now. So can somebody produce the same as I have? Okay, that being honored, it's an honorary one, but I think you don't get it by just walking past, you get it for what you have contributed, not only to the country, to the continent. So this is what I can say.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Yes. Go ahead.